Hello there, Painted Lovers. Jonathan here. So it's been a while. You've missed you haven't missed it because it didn't happen. I was not present on Wednesday for my usual live premiere. That's because I was heading to California to the Flourish convention, which was the IOD sisters. It had invited me there. I have tried to film a little bit of the journey. It is really tough when I don't have Mr. M with me, because normally he's got the cameras and he's doing everything that I don't have to worry about, other than doing what I'm told to do or there to do, whatever. So I've come to say I'm still here. I've not gone anywhere. I'm actually working. I'm trying to bed myself in. Hi, Barbara. I'm trying to bed myself back into painting again. It's just a simple job that I've been meaning to catch up with. You can see here, I'm adding some other colours to this mirror that needs a bit of a change. It was all very much green and it's going in a new room, and I'm painting some other colours. I've got a mix of country grey and Enfleur to add this taupey browny colour in between in the panels. And I've also got here the spindles I'm going to do primer red. I've got some punchy colours in the room, so I just wanted to change that up, and it led me to thinking regards painting over wax finishes. And it also takes me back to California because we had such a successful visit with the IOD sisters, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happened whilst there because it was really, really good. Yay, I caught you live. I'm not normally on at this time, but it's in America, I think I can't remember what time it is, but it's morning still, I think. So whilst I was in California, we did barnwood stamp, the IOD barnwood stamp, embedding into chalk paint to add texture. And to finish that, we used Annie Sloan's wet wax technique, which kind of blew the minds of some people. So we had a mixed bag of people there. So there was a good helping of Annie Sloan Stockist, which would know about the it's hard to say, wet wax technique, which threw a lot of people. Some of you may have seen me do that on my channel. I have got a tutorial somewhere. But it really surprised an awful lot of people that you can paint into wet wax. Many of the other brands and people that use and stock other brands, they say wax is last. Well, with Annie's, it's not. It's that creative. You can do that. So it led me to think about a little bit of talking of that. I am going to read. Let me read this. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Bring it down. US. Oh, you wasn't expecting to see me right now. Wet wax technique, would love to watch you do it again. Right, so if you was there and you did that, I've decided that I will do it again in a more technical way, because I sometimes think it's great to be there in person and see those things happening. But I think I'm gonna sandwich it into I'm doing a documentary, which I'm trying to get through. I don't know, I've got lots of editing ahead of me. So that's why I'm painting, because I just can't technically take that in. But I'm going to try and sandwich it in there because I think everybody that didn't see that would really enjoy it. And so I'm going to repeat what we did this is the lovely program, Flourish. It was really, really lovely. This was the little book that they gave us. So it had it had the planner for the 2 days, all of the people that were attending and doing on stage. There's me, Annie, the IOD sisters, Debbie Beard, who I have to say, very inspirational, left me with some great ideas, connected with Debbie really, really well. She's a lovely person, and you can see some of Debbie's work there, absolutely gorgeous, and she left me with a really great idea for the future, which I'm going to try and make happen. But yeah, it was such a lovely collective group of people. The whole thing was amazing. But the breakout sessions that me and Annie did was with this wet wax technique. I will bring it definitely to everybody and share that. But it surprised me just the sheer amount, and I think it was because it was a good mixed bag of people there was people that stock Fusion, because it was a Stockist convention. So there was a lot of people that use Fusion, lots of DIY, and many other brands that were there, and they didn't realise you could do that with Annie's paint, which is unique to Annie's paint, definitely. They always say wax is last, and I actually think otherwise, and I know that Annie does because we've been using it a long time. But what also surprised me, which I've just mentioned on another live on Facebook, and I think it's really worth saying it here as well, is when Annie mentioned that you can carry other products, so to be a stockist. Now, the rules that Annie had a long time back, they've changed, I think over 3 years ago. The rules that she had was to protect each individual stockist. So there was radius clause as well, which I think still exists. They don't want to upset any other stockist that might carry her paint. But if you've got other brands of paint, let's say you're using Fusion and you want to carry another brand of paint, i.e. Annie Sloan paint, you are welcome to do that now. Obviously, they're going to check where you are. There's lots of other things, but they had a lot of new people sign up to become a stockist. Even if you're not a stockist and you fancy becoming part of Annie's family, and that's something that you're quite interested in, please give me, just put hashtag yes please and or DM me, and I will even quite happily have a quick chat with you just to facilitate maybe that happening. If you fancy becoming a stockist, I think it's so wonderful to see the amount of people that really maybe started with Annie's paint. There was one lady, she was really passionate. She started with Annie's paint, but she did have a stockist nearby. That stockist is now no longer, so it means that there's no radius clause in there. So she's coming back on. Then there was many people that are using other paints, which now can be stockists. So you can carry more than one brand of paint and other add-on products. And I think it's really worthwhile me saying it rather than anybody else saying it to my people. If you want to become a stockist, I know some of you are just painters at home, but you may be thinking of opening a shop. So hit me up with hashtag yes please in the comments, and I will keep my eye on the comments and see if I can help facilitate that, because I know the team, they're really lovely, they work really hard. Natalie was there working really hard to get the details of many people that want to join the family, which I think is awesome. It's a little bit more easier, and most of us, apart from me, of course, most of us have many other tools in our toolbox, and so if you've got more than one brand, then different things do different things. And obviously wet wax, you can do that with Annie's, and there's many other things. So I just thought it'd be really worth a mention right here, even if you're not a stockist and you're interested, or you are and you've carried something and felt like, no, that door's closed. Well, it isn't. It's not fully closed, it's open for anybody. So, and I'm not being paid to say this, I might even be in trouble for saying it, I don't know. But I'm going to say it because it was just something that I ultimately saw while spending a lot of time with Annie, and the joy on people's faces when they were playing with Annie's paint was just wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful just to see people getting their hands in there and being creative. One particular lady, and I've forgotten her name, I'm so sorry, but it was a conversation that we had. She came to me afterwards and she was in tears. She said, "You've given me my creativity back," which I think is wonderful to hear. That's a reason for me to be with people, a collective of people, and playing with what we know and love. I'm just going to scan back because I know I'm not very good at reading, you know this. Right, let's go. So lovely to see you are going to celebrate the coronation. Right. Am I going to celebrate the coronation? I'm actually working because I've had so much time off, but I'm going to a party straight after work with friends. They've just been round now telling me what's happening. We're going to have high tea, I think. Social, are you going to? Yeah. So yeah. Oh, am I going to do any special projects? I wish if I'd been more organised, if I was going to do some more projects, if I'd have been a little bit more organised ahead of time, I would have done, but I'm going to miss the boat on that one. I've got one day tomorrow, and I'm hoping to do editing, and then that's me done for the week, which is such a shame because I would have loved to have done something inspired. I know that Annie's painting away today. I don't know how she does it. She's painting away today, something for the coronation, but then we roll into a couple of other events that I'm doing at the end of May. So that was one of the reasons I came here. Back end of May, I've got two more events in the UK with Annie. One of them's Annie's painting retreat, and that is not far from Bristol. And then I'm not sure I'm allowed to mention the next one, but that's the end of May, and it's in London. It's a big event. You can maybe guess. Oh, you're in Toronto. Hi. Oh yeah, I know who that is. You come to all my lives. It's gone. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, I'm doing something then. So you're going to get less of me on here. So that you might get a few more lives and a lot of talking. But basically, I just wanted to show in and say, I haven't forgotten about you all. I've got no footage other than the documentary that I'm doing, which is taking a lot of time. Let me just scan back. So lovely to see you are doing... Oh, I've read that one. Come on, John. Jonathan, will your documentary be available once it's finished? Will it be for purchase? No purchasing. I'm not doing anybody having... It's going to be free here on my YouTube channel. I really am passionate about everybody getting to see what I'm up to. Let's go back. Totally agree. Really just started using it more in the last few months, and I now forgot how wonderful it is and how it works. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Over the years, most people's fantastic. Well, yeah. Documentary be available to watch, may I ask? Yeah, everyone's asking about the documentary. Yeah, it'll be here. It's just a personal documentary that I've put together. What's this one? Yeah, read that one. Read those comments. Yeah, my documentary is something that I'm putting together just here. It's really difficult because I started to just map out the last 10 years since I've been painting, and there's been a lot of traumatic things that have happened to me, but I've painted through them, and it's been really useful to me to get through some of those. And it was beginning to get a bit heavy in what I was talking about. So I was trying to film some other things that were a bit lighter, like my trip to Sacramento. So I was hoping to kind of imprint them in there so you don't all come away feeling doom and gloom, because it has been a tough 10 years, even though that I've had the best 10 years in some respects. I've traveled the world. I've taught in many different countries. I've traveled from Australia to South Africa, most of Europe, now America, heading to Texas in October to teach again with Annie. That's the big paint weekend. If any of you fancy coming to the big paint weekend to see me and Kasia and a few other creatives, looking forward to the Deco personal journey. Go so quick. Insights and informative. Best times, worst time. Yeah, thank you. I think it's important to also mention the tough times, because life on the end of this camera is not always perfect, you know. I have a lovely shiny side. My hair looks nice the majority of the time, and I make sure I present myself really well. But yeah, it's been a tough journey as well. Somebody asked me on my Facebook Live earlier on, how do you become a brand ambassador? Now, and that's tough. I think for some companies, they'll go on numbers. Mine is, Annie classes me as one of her brand ambassadors, but it's definitely not my numbers because they're not high enough. If you look at Kasia's numbers on YouTube, she's up 350,000 followers. I'm only 50 here. I say only, but it's low numbers. But I think for me, why Annie likes to work alongside me, it's just to do with probably the years that I've used the paint. I understand the paint very well, and I'm passionate about it. So I think there's many things that are involved in becoming a brand ambassador for any product, how it works. And And you all know how passionate I'm about. I wouldn't be talking about making yourself become a stockist here if I didn't feel like that. I'm not paid to do this. Annie doesn't know, and I might be even in trouble. I don't know. But I just thought it was so lovely to see the amount of people that were jumping into a queue to sign up to be stockists. And it was just because Annie mentioned one time that you can carry any other products. And I thought, I'm going to go do the same, because if I can facilitate somebody's dreams to come true, to be an Annie Sloan stockist right here, and I can push you into the right place to make that happen, then I will be a happy boy, and I might just get to see you on one of my journeys. So hashtag yes please, or me please, anything with a hashtag in the comments if you fancy becoming or understanding how it is to become a stockist of Annie's Paint, and I will gladly even do a Zoom call. Excuse me, you can tell my voice is breaking from all the talking. A Zoom call or a video message somehow to just talk you through that, and if it seems right, I can pass you into the right direction, which would be lovely. Right, I've done a lot of talking. I think Mr. M sat in the garden watching me. He's probably one of the followers. I wonder if he wants to become a stockist. Who knows? Anyway, I am going to jump out. I may even jump on Wednesday. Right, let's look at this. I am surprised at the numbers as I've found you the most creative. Oh, that's very kind. Experimented with things and paint. Never. Oh, thank you very much, Lindsay. That's very kind. Deborah, I have the privilege to be with everyone at the Big Paint Weekend in New Orleans. Highly recommend it. Yeah, didn't we have fun? Yeah, I think lots of people are sometimes frightened, especially in the world that we're in at the moment, are parting with their money. But if you're passionate, just to be in a room full of the same people and the creatives, just being around Kasia was just so inspiring. The same as at this event, to be around the IOD sisters and Debbie Beard, which we don't have DIY paint in the UK, so it was so lovely to get her perspective on the same industry that I'm in. And so just connecting is really important. Most painters, like me, painting at home on their own. So if you can get that and get inspiration from that, then I advise go to any of these big paints. Love DIY paint. Yeah, I've not even used it. Even there, I didn't get a chance to use it because she was in another breakout session and I was in mine with Annie. So we couldn't even cross over, which was annoying because I probably would have gone in and had a good old play just so I could get a feel of Debbie's paint. Another time, it'll happen. We're going to stay in touch, me and Debbie. I think she's a lovely person. But I will remain doing what I'm doing, of course. Will you be a stockist for Debbie's Paint? Would I be a stockist for Debbie's Paint? I'm not a stockist of Annie's Paint. So let me answer that question. I'll come back to the other one. Yeah, I'm not a stockist of Annie's Paint. A lot of people think that I stock Annie's Paint. I don't. I'm not a stockist of any product. I don't know whether I have got the time to fit that in, although I think you all probably know by now, Kasia is opening her own store and she's going to be a stockist of Annie's Paint, which I think, whoa girl, how are you doing all of that at once? I don't think I've got the time. I still got my day job. Many of you'll know that. That's in the documentary. I still work 3 days a week. Not enough time for me. I would love to be a stockist of a brand. I'm thinking when me and Mr. M move to Madeira, when I've got more time to myself and that is my main job, then yes, probably. Hi, from Georgia, found furniture artist. Oh, it goes so quick. Right, there was another one. Thank you for the little quickie. You are definitely lovely, creative, and generous. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Deborah, move that out of the way. I'm just reading, sorry guys. Foam marble techniques with Jonathan Stage, so you're just an expert. Yeah, we did. So I did at the Big Paint. I did marble techniques. I have got something different to do at the next one. There's a collaboration that Annie's doing with another brand, and I think I'm the one that's going to be allowed to showcase that for the very first time. I can't say what it is, but it's exciting. So that is good. Another collaboration. It's really good to get everyone together. I'll say it one more time. If anybody wants to have any knowledge about becoming an Annie Sloan stockist, hashtag yes me please or yes please, and I will come back to you. If I can get back to you, we can get on a call or something, and I could hook you up. So remember, oh my God, I was checking on the prices of waxes. Cancel. I wanted to read that. It looked like a good question. I was checking on the prices of waxes. Why so expensive? Yeah, waxes can be expensive. I think it's due to what's in the product. It's just obviously material cost at the moment. But I can honestly say with Annie's wax, it goes a very long way. It's very, if you're using it correctly, not if you're doing wet wax because you have to pile it on. But that's just me having fun. That's something that I like. There was another good question in there. How do I do this? Come on, John. Don't want me to read anymore now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so somebody's saying only use a little bit, although I'm sure it will be beneficial the way to become a stockist. Many stop teaching and painting for themselves as much as, which is what we all love and started it for. Yeah. I get that. It's interesting. I had a lot of conversations with Stockist, and a lot of people, when you take a business on, you go into it because you're a painter, and then there's so many other business things that happen. And I'm a big one for encouraging, giving yourself time to do what you're passionate about, and that is really important. And sharing what you do, because it helps grow a business. If you're putting your work out there, like as I do, your community will find you a little bit more for your creativity. So you've got to be able to juggle both. I thought I used as paint, but not being able to try wax, DIY wax and blah, blah, blah. Lots of stuff. I'm gonna have to read these and I come out. There's some big, and I think you're talking to each other as well. So yeah, any questions, hit me up with a question and I'll do my best to come back with you. Remember, those kind of rules that were set into place a long time ago, they changed a while. So if you're a fusion stockist, DIY stockist, Annie will welcome you into the family if there isn't another stockist close by. I think that's the rules. I was just taking it in from the side, so I don't really know, and I might be in trouble for saying it, but I just wanted to help you guys. If you fancy becoming a stockist and being part of what I'm part of, it would be really lovely. And if I can help you, then please shout out, hashtag me please, and then I'll come back to you and we can talk. Right, I've done lots of talking and less painting. I need to do a bit more painting. All of these have got to be, as you can see, that's what I'm painting in here. I'm painting all of these panels out to add another nuance of colour. It was in a very green room and now it's going into a bit more colourful room. So I'm going to continue doing that, but I am here. I will try, I might even do the wet wax technique live on Wednesday, tomorrow night at 7. So look out, there won't be a notification, it will just come, but I will do it at the usual time of I think I'll plan for that. I will do it at my usual time, 7 o'clock in the kitchen. I'll have Mr. M with me. He can read the questions because I don't read them very well. So let's plan for that. If you're watching this, I will make the time tomorrow evening to do a live, but it won't be a premiere, so you won't get a notification, but I will go live with what I did in California, the wet wax technique with an embedded barnwood stamp, and I'll be here for you. We will record the painting of that. No, I should record the painting of that. I'm tired. I should just leave the camera running and then I should just leave it and maybe do it fast. There's not much to happen really, just filling in the panels and a bit of dark wax, done. But I am painting over a wax finish, which again, you can do with Annie's paint. I'm a rambling. You can see I'm tired. Jet lag's catching up with me, I think. So guys, thank you for, if you've stayed here through the duration of this video, put a post on Facebook about your live tomorrow. I will do that. I think I should tonight. I'll try and see if I've got a picture of what we're doing, and I'll do it, and then it'll remind you guys to come and find me at the usual time, 7:30 UK time, and I think Eastern Standard Time, I think it's about 2:30 or 1:30, depending where you are in the States. I will pop it on, and it'll be good to see you all tomorrow. Any other questions? You're all really happy. Tomorrow, don't get home until 8 p.m. If you don't, I'll put it straight onto the channel. So just go look for the live videos, but it will be the last one. It should be up there. And it will be quite short because I'll pre-prep everything so you can see it, because it needs some drying time as well. So I'll do that tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, that'll be fun. Let's just have another paint party. The last one I did was in the kitchen with Mr. M, and we had good fun, didn't we? So it'll be about an hour long. We'll do it live, not recorded live, and we'll just have a bit of fun tomorrow. So I'm committed now. I'm committed to you guys. I will be here tomorrow doing that. Yeah, paint party. I should maybe do this a bit more often and call it paint party and just do some more techniques. I think it'd be quite fun, because then you're seeing it as it's happening and not edited, and I think some people like that. Okay, thank you for joining me. Remember, anybody that's carrying any other brands and they are interested in taking on Annie's paint, it's allowed. You're welcome. They're going to welcome you with open arms. Hashtag me please, and then I will facilitate the right way for you to go. Even if you're not a stockist and you've got a lovely shop and you fancy becoming a stockist and doing all of the wonderful things with Annie's paint, same thing. Hashtag me please, and then I will come back to you and we'll hook up somehow. Thank you so much. I'm going to say goodbye and finish this. Let Mr. M in, because he doesn't like coming in across the camera. Get some rest, take care. Thank you. And you guys, much love. See you all soon.